far we can get.
All right, here we go. Who threw that wake? Hi guys, Blake and Darren here today with Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina in beautiful Branson, Missouri on Lake Taneycomo. I don't think I've ever said it like that before. And it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. Nice cloudy day. There was a chance for some rain not too long ago, but I think it kind of passed. And we're starting here just a little bit above, or right at the top of the golf course. I'm gonna scoot a little farther out in the middle. Unless you want to fish that real shallow water.
I like fishing shallow water.
Okay, well, I'll keep it medium and I'll fish the deep side. The deeper side. And Darren's gonna go with his favorite fly, the Miracle Fly. And I'm gonna start off with a mega worm creation. This was a collaboration between me and Grant. But Grant took this idea home and tied it up. It is a piece of white chenille mop material. It has some blue flash with some of the Semperfly egg material tied as a collar around the bead. And if it works really good, maybe we'll have some tied up to have in the shop. But we don't know if it's going to work good yet. It looks great. I am using my 3-weight, and I have some 3-pound fluorocarbon made by Cigar on with an airlock indicator. And Darren is using some 6X, and I have to imagine fluorocarbon. But it's a beautiful spring day. We're in the mid-60s right now. I think it's supposed to get up into the mid-70s today. And they are running a half unit all day. 35 megawatts, so just a touch more than half, but oh, Darren's already on them. Yeah. Darren, step up here in front of the camera. That way, if I don't catch a fish, they get to see what one looks like today. All right, I'm calling no fish on the first cast. I'm going to the shallow side.
This was like my third cast. So.
Well, unfortunately, the guy wearing the mic's the only one that counts for the first cast anyway, so.
The net's primed for me.
The net's primed for me. Well, I appreciate that. I don't have any fishing reports today. I only saw Steve Dickey on the water. He's still on his guide trip this morning. I have to imagine that the night crawler bite's pretty good. I think a gentleman sitting on the end of the dock this morning was throwing night crawlers, and I watched him reel in 2 or 3 while I was renting a pontoon out. And if I remember seeing what Steve was doing, I believe they were throwing the pink power worm underneath a float. This is the type of water I like to throw the 1/32 ounce jigs in as well. Man, I don't think my mop worm's getting down. I think it's just floating. Might need a little more weight. Yeah, I can see it though. It's not not getting down. And I didn't bring any split shot with me. Well, darn it. All right, well, we'll try this one again. I'm gonna have to do it in a time when there's even less water, or bring split shot with me to get it down to the bottom, but it is not getting down where it needs to be. So we'll go with the regular mega worm. That should have enough weight to it to get it down where it needs to be. Oh, that one's dropping. There we go. I'd have to imagine that a white mega worm, with them seeing shad just a week ago, would still be something they key in on.
There's one little line there I haven't seen anymore.
Scoot us out a little deeper, maybe. Dang it, did I already get moss on my mega worm? About right there. Something to note when you're fishing something small that's just barely getting down, is keeping your line mended will always help. Keep it mended upstream and it'll help push that fly down to the bottom. Kind of lead the fly towards the fish. When your line is on the other side going with the current downstream, it's actually pulling the rig and pulling the fly up off the bottom. For me, I like to set my mega worm deep enough for it to hit the bottom. And if I see the indicator showing me that it's touching, I give it a little extra min and kind of wiggle it up off the bottom again. Sometimes that little action gets the fish going. Now that it's getting warm, ooh, now that it's getting warmer outside, been seeing some pretty significant midge hatches in the morning and in the evening. So I'd have to say that throwing a midge right now would probably be a good bet too. I had a bite.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fly now. After you. I'm set for when we go over the shoal.
Do what?
Said mine's set for when we go over the shoal.
Yeah. I've got mine set a little long for that, but I'll just mend it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just keep wiggling it up off the bottom.
Yeah, it does look good when you do that. And it pops
Yeah, that
up.
little, yeah. I've always had better luck. Some people suspend their mega worms and keep them from ever touching the bottom, but I have always had better luck leaving it a little longer and then just adding the mending and keeping it up off the bottom.
Yeah. I set mine when I can tell, like that far above the bottom, like an inch or two above
Yeah.
the bottom.
That's easy to manage when you got a short drift, you know, but
Right.
I'll probably need to scoot a little farther to the inside if you want to fish over the gravel bar.
I think it'll be right.
Do what?
I think it'll be right.
Well, right now we're going to go directly over the shallowest part of the gravel bar. If I let the boat go on the line it's headed for. Pull it and check for moss. I'm starting to, oh look, that fish
Did the fish come up again?
wiggled my, well, when he hit it, he tangled the worm. I wasn't ever going to catch a fish. He sabotaged me. Well, that is one thing about the mega worm that is slightly annoying. If it gets balled around the hook, there's pretty much 100% probability you are not catching a fish. Because they no longer like the way it looks, and the hook's covered, so even if they did bite it.
Oh, you ate my float.
I still don't understand that. I'll be really honest with you. These fish will come up and hit the funniest looking floats, but you throw a perfect dry fly imitation for 4 hours and they don't want it. Well, as I was saying yesterday, as long as the pattern continues and we don't get another freak spring rainstorm, I imagine there will be a day here soon where there will be no water running at all. I am going to shallow up just a touch here. We're getting ready to go through the narrows, take about a foot off of there. I did scoot the boat over to the channel and we're gonna fish the edge of the gravel bar here. Oh, I wasn't looking. I was looking upstream at that boat coming.
What you gotta do, you gotta look away and look back.
Well, it's my looking back quick enough to see the bite that's the problem.
That's why we're swirling enough that my egg flies not getting it. Keeping it up.
Yeah, I'm having the same problem right now.
Just swirling.
There's definitely fish here.
Yeah. Get him?
No, he got my mega worm again. Water should start slowing down for us here in a second. We're coming out to the other end of the narrows here. Do what?
Mine needs to be like 8 feet right there.
I just set mine at like 7 foot deep. Yeah. Yes, I did. That is what I love so much about the airlock indicator. You can just unscrew that little part, slide it up the line, and it's real easy to set versus the pulsa indicator, which is what Darren is using, which are very awesome for strikes because they're so light, but they do stick on and you have to take the old one off and put a new one on every time you want to change your depth. We are getting ready to come up on the front side of the Eagle Island though. It gets a little shallower there again. And we got some chop. That might help. These boys are doubled up over here. Howdy. Boys fishing midges this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Ruby 2s from River Run.
Gotcha. The ruby midge. How deep did you set yours, Darren?
5 foot.
I'll try to hold the boat on that shelf where you got about the right depth here.
That's what I was just waiting on. I figured you were going on there.
Well, I just wanted to, you know,
Yep.
I can put the boat in the right water. Just got to know how deep you set it. This is one of my favorite spots, actually. This front section of Eagle Island. I like that we've got a little bit of chop on it right now. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, there we go.
You get yours? Yeah.
I got mine.
Oh, you're on a 3-way. That's 200.
I am on a 3-way. Oh gosh, what am I
We're
doing?
good.
Oh,
See, come on.
yeah.
It's okay.
That's okay, I got to see him. It's good enough for me. Oh, oh. Oh, Darren with the hookup. That one I just had on had a big old fat belly. I'd say he still had a shad belly on him.
Yeah.
Or,
It's crazy how quick they get that.
or a real thick. Well, if you see how much shad they put in their mouth,
Right? Yeah.
it makes sense. Decent fish. Need me to net it? Come up here and fight it. Everybody wants to see the fight. Yeah, if you can.
There we go. You're hooked up. Are you hooked up on the other side now?
No. Oh yeah, that is a decent one. Real decent. Big old fatty.
Oh, I was pulling too hard.
Oh, dang it. Now that was one I wouldn't have minded. Oh, I had a bite.
Did you?
Yeah,
I was trying to force it and I shouldn't have.
I know it. I even thought about saying don't force it. Well, this little stretch is good. How much time we got on the camera right now? 20 foot. Man, I'm almost tempted to
Go back up.
run to the end of this and go back right to the top and do that again. I think we might just do that.
Maybe I can hook that fish again, or you can make him get some flat on.
You know, I have a feeling he's probably not going to bite again for at least a little bit. I don't think he's probably too happy with that turnout. Yep, I say we do it one more time. We'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna let Darren get tied back up here. All right, we drove back to the top of our little line there. Darren's got another miracle fly tied up. You know, it doesn't matter how hard I try, every single cast I get the line underneath my foot. No, the seats never gets in my way. It's my foot. And the pedal, yeah, of course. But the front of my shoe always somehow wraps the fly line. I don't understand it. I really don't.
It got underneath.
Yeah, see?
It went underneath the end.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, Darren's on another one.
He's a little guy.
The miracle fly putting a whooping on me. Oh, we were doubled. Oh! Ah!
I saw your fish roll.
I saw him roll too. Gosh darn it.
This one.
Finding everything to get hooked on over there. I knew it. I knew there was something wrong. I should have had a bite by now. This is why sometimes I bring a pocket knife with me and I trim the end of that mega worm. Get it just short enough to not have to deal with it flipping over itself like that. Water speed picks up a little bit right here. Oh, silly. Well, I might be caught up with Darren if I could hook my fish or get him in the boat. But they're eating both pretty well. If you can get it down on the bottom where it needs to be. I think that was the bottom that time. That's my story. Did I just cross over your indicator?
No.
I just about did.
I was like, close.
Thing's hard to see out there. All right, well, we made it to the end of the run. Fish are biting pretty good today. We thank you guys for watching. Like and share us on Facebook, and we will be back out again tomorrow.